Well, hey everyone, it's me Harry and I'm going to narrate this parade. This is another edition of the Big Balloon Parade Spectacular presented by Infogrames Multimedia. Right, I'm going to be on Santa Claus's float, ending the parade, but I'll still be narrating it. Let the parade commence. And here we go. Well, we've been taking a couple of minutes now, and guess what? The parade has arrived. This is going to be even bigger than ever before. 14 balloons and 3 new ones. So then, let's get the show on the road, shall we? And of course we got the title float. And of course our yellow stars with the Atari logo on them, because these yellow stars are leading to our very first giant character balloon. I'm saying hello, it's Pikachu from Pokemon. We've seen him last year, but this year he's in an all new giant balloon variation furnished by the Pokemon Company International. Pikachu is obviously the friend of Pokemon trainer Ash, and he's been through 20 TV seasons and 20 movies. This time Pikachu's wearing Ash's cap from the brand new theatrical movie I Choose You, coming into theatres this November. And also returning is the Pokemobile, also here to promote the new Pikachu balloon and of course the new Pokemon movie. Well, of course, the giant Mr. Robot float is here, and this time the Grand Marshal is none other than my real life best friend James Price. He's been on the castle float many times, but this time he's the Grand Marshal. Oh, what happened here? There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Hey, what's going on? Oh, sorry, James. And following on him is, of course, another giant character balloon. Making his second appearance this time is King Feature Syndicate's Popeye. Rushing up for spinach. Can he find a giant can of spinach on the parade route? Probably not, but he is holding one to eat whilst he, of course, be's a sailor man. He looks pretty cool on parade route. Lower to the ground this time, because he's a bit too tall for our giant float routines, but of course he's still our very favourite sailor man. Because he's Popeye the Sailor Man. Oh, take a look at this float. It's the Walker float. And why are there two C-3POs on there? Oh well, Yoda's looking at everyone, even though this is a non-existent parade. There they go. And then here comes the giant gun float with Thor and Mario on it. Crossovers tend to happen a lot in my parade. Whee! Here goes the float. And here comes a big balloon favourite. Well, an old favourite who's appeared ever since the very first one. And still in his second design. The lasagna-loving cat Garfield, furnished by Paws Incorporated. This is his 6th parade in this form now. And like I said, he's appeared ever since the very first parade. So he is a favourite. And of course, his tail's back, because he lost his tail on the last parade. So, yeah, wonder what our favourite lasagna-loving cat's gonna do for this parade. Who knows? Maybe something quite fun. Well, here's a float that appeared in the electrical parade a couple of months ago. and that is the SS PolarJack, furnished by the Macy's Parade Wikia and PolarJack 77. And this time, the clones have invaded the float. Oh well, at least his PolarJack's Robloxian is on the top. That's never gonna go. What are the clones doing? Who knows? Hey look, here's a lovable goldfish bowl with Dorothy the goldfish in it. And of course, Elmo's trying to catch Dorothy's fish tank because it's moving on its own. Oh well, the lovable Elmo is here, furnished by Sesame Workshop, being in his second parade now, full of good old Elmo's World and Sesame Street fun. What do you think Elmo's probably going to do for this October? Maybe dress up as someone. Maybe have a Halloween party. Oh well, can't be able to do that without having to chase after Dorothy's fishbowl. Elmo, catch it! Yikes. Hey look, Samurai X is on this horse which seems to have been burninated. Oh dearie me, but at least it's still alive. So it's basically undead. Oh, and here's a novelty that we always like to see. Harold the police officer. Maybe we'll see Harold the baseball player at some point. Maybe even Bobo the hobo. So that means we'll see all 4 variations of this one character. Oh, here's a float with our favourite Lego character, Emmett, along with a bunch of random minifigures. Cool, cool, cool. Here's a typical favourite in our parade, Batman in the Bat car. And there he goes, driving off. Ooh, a pilot and Captain Jack Sparrow appear on this float. It's pretty difficult to control though, because this isn't supposed to be a car, it's actually supposed to be part of a Bionicle. So, there they head off. And they've probably broken the car in the process. Oh, and here's probably the most ultimate float of all, the castle float. And look who's on the float. We get Bob the minifigure, the gamer guy, some businessmen, firefighter, Ben Bryan, Aaron Mann, my online best friend, and Oscar Barnett dressed up as a train master. All on this giant float called the Castle of Dreams, presented by Disney. And another Disney presented thing is Donald Duck appearing in this form for his second appearance now. Donald is our favourite tempered duck, who always gets ticked off about something. Quack, quack. And Donald is, of course, the size of probably about 50 ducks in Lego form. Well, if we see a couple of moments away, here we have a Star Wars float coming through, and Spidey's about to join the route as well. But we'll be seeing those later. Evan's now joining the route now. This is from this area. Uh-oh, the criminals are coming, and that can only mean trouble. but it's a 2-in-1 float, so that makes it even cooler. Here it goes. And here is our first Balloonicle out of 3 this parade. The TiVo Balloonicle. Followed on by... Well, this Balloonicle is furnished by TiVo itself. And is cute as anything. It spins, it spins. Oh, and here's our other Harold balloon, Harold the Fireman. A good old classic as well. Oh, and here's another float, which is actually a little mini car. And that is the mini car. SpongeBob and Sandy used to appear on this car, but now we get some policemen. Does it make it any better? Who knows? Oh, and here's another classic balloon, making its 8th appearance now, being the longest float in our parade ever, the Quick Bunny. Yeah, he's spent so many parades, and he's already wearing out a little bit. But unfortunately, this is his very last parade. He's going to be put in retirement after this, appearing on display with other retired balloons. Goodbye, Quick Bunny. We've missed you. And anyway, he's furnished by Nestle. Quick. Here is a pretty impressive float. This is a giant plane with Chase McCain riding it and another policeman. And even its propeller rotates. So yeah, our very first animated float of sorts. Not. And there it goes. And here comes another new float, the Island Extreme Stunts float. What's going on here is we have Nick and Laura Brick making sure that the Brickster doesn't escape, as per usual. So this is the very first time in our parade that we're seeing characters from Lego Island. Pepperoni's doing some stunts. There we go, he's gone. And Snap Rocket's trying out some orange stunts. And leading up to this is another float, a giant balloon. And making his 3rd appearance in the parade now, Gumball Watersome from The Amazing World of Gumball, furnished by Cartoon Network. Gumball is a blue cat who lives with his family and has wacky and weird adventures with friends and family as well. But today's wacky adventure sees Gumball heading towards our parade route, jumping for joy. Who knows, a blue cat could have so much fun. Oh, and of course here's a couple of favourites who normally appear in the parade. The Simpsons. Bart just hopes he comes back in the parade. He just hopes so. And anyway, here's a spoiler for the next parade. It's going to be a retro-filled paradise with with lots of returning balloons, some old favourites, and everything. But we still have some new balloons. Oh, and here's another favourite, Artie the Pirate, a replica of the pirate balloon from an old Macy's parade. Oh, and here's another bunch of favourites, SpongeBob SquarePants and Sandy Cheeks. And of course they're being followed on by the giant SpongeBob balloon, furnished by of course Nickelodeon. SpongeBob is still going strong. And of course there's going to be a new movie coming out in a couple of years' time. Even a Nicktoons movie is coming out. Bet some of you are excited for that. SpongeBob's of course trying some jellyfishing out with his best friend Patrick. For some reason he's clinging on. He still looks happy though. And who knows what this awesome sponge is up to. Here we are, we're back in the parade now, and here is another one of our favourite novelties, Toy Soldier, along with some green stars. Here is a float, the Star Wars float, which we've seen earlier, featuring all your favourite characters. Oh, this is pretty cool, isn't it? And here we go, it's gone. And slinging his webs onto our parade route for the 6th time now is Marvel Entertainment's Spiderman. He seems to be much lower to the ground this time. Something might be up with him. But well, he's still our favourite superhero, because with great power comes great responsibility for everything. And of course, you can now see him in the new Spider-Man Homecoming movie from Marvel Entertainment, now available on Blu-ray. Oh, and here's a new debut Balloonicle, based on Mayday 51's mascot and furnished by Mayday 51, Brian the Bunny Rabbit. A good old character who has a boatload of friends with him as well, including, of course, Hop the Frog, Dusty the Cat, and whoever else. Whee! And he seems to be throwing a party. Here's another one of our favourite floats, Chloe the Holiday Clown, travelling through as per usual in our parade. And here comes some first timers in our parade, Blossom, Bubbles and Buttercup from the Powerpuff Girls, riding in this one of a kind red shoe car. And here comes another newbie, and it's the return of Ronald McDonald in his brand new outfit furnished by the McDonald's Corporation. Ronald is showing happiness and joy to everyone he passes, and in this parade it's no exception. He's back and bigger and better than ever before. What a good old clown. Maybe the leader of the clowns. Hey look, a little castle. Looks pretty cute if you be honest with you. But we've got some evil merry maid villains here. They're nothing but trouble. And we get some more merry maid villains as well. Why do we have to have villains in the parade? It just makes the parade all ungood. But oh well, at least we have a good guy. The Honey Nut Cheerios bee, and he is back after a hiatus in the parade, and once again furnished by General Mills and Nestle. This time he's wearing a tuxedo in nice orange and red colours. But this is also because this is his farewell balloon appearance as well, because we're gonna get we're gonna see some returnees in the next parade for Thanksgiving. So thank you and goodbye, Honey Nut Cheerios bee. You've been a very great balloon. I'd say since we're almost near the end of the parade, as we've got 3 giant balloons left, and it's starting us off with this Toyland float with Buzz Lightyear on the front, to infinity and beyond. And it's full of all sorts of amazing toys. To have a toy story. Get it? Stupid joke. And here's some giant toys. The teddy bear and panda bear. Both replicas of balloons from an older Macy's parade. And here's another classic float, the Snow Family float. And this time we have some police officers on board. Oh yes, this is going to be an excellent, almost Christmas already. And making his 7th appearance in this form now, Evan Bear, who's also making his retirement. It's such a shame that long-running floats like this are gonna get retired. Evan's going to make his proper final appearance in an event called Evan Bear's Application Evening, where we'll debut a brand new balloon to replace it. Goodbye, Evan. You have been a great balloon. And a great teddy bear. Here's a character that we all know and love, Percy the Penguin. A classic in our parade for now, because we're almost reaching the end of the parade. So he's saying, hope you enjoyed the parade, guys, as he travels along on his little train with a guard on. Here's a nice float. It's the Snoopy's Doghouse float, starring Charlie Brown, Lucy Van Pelt, and of course Snoopy. Because guess who else is here? Guess which balloon is right next to it? But yeah, Snoopy in this form's here for a 2nd parade now, furnished by Peanuts Worldwide. And of course, he's here with his little feathered friend, Woodstock. Snoopy is here to celebrate the holidays with his, of course, his special A Charlie Brown Christmas, along with his good old pal Charlie Brown. And what else? He is our favourite beagle ever. Thank you very much, Snoopy. We love you just the way you are. Uh-oh. Looks like trouble's on the loose. It's 2 giant toys having a war. Flamethrower. Grabber. Oh, what a mess. We'd better clean this up before the parade ends. Otherwise Santa won't make it. Otherwise, whose fault would it be? Oh yeah, those evil droids. There they are, both gone. And here's a familiar red man who we all know and love. The parade has finally ended. Santa Claus. Oh wait, this is just a giant balloon of Santa. Oh well. The jolly old man is... Here is a giant balloon. Here is our favourite groundskeeper, Hagrid, on a little car. as we give to say hello to him. And here is another giant float, a falloon, and this time Mrs. Claus is sitting on this float with the stick on Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer's float. As we have this giant float of Rudolph, and where's Santa Claus? He's missing. Oh wait, he's only far behind. Not long to go now. Here's of course my custom elf. And now we're on to the last main float of the parade. The Winter Wonderland float. With a giant Christmas tree. And with this float you can tell the parade's almost over. So, let's see what's going on here. Oh. Ding! And of course there's two elves as well. And of course the grand finale balloon. And this is his very first time in our parade. Furnished by Universal Studios, it's Woody Woodpecker. I do a really bad Woody voice. I'm almost close too. And of course Woody is here to promote his new movie that has already been shown in Brazil. And still, I am the Beast. And Woody is our thinnest balloon and our tallest one yet. Nothing can stop this balloon from being good. Here are some delicious tasty candy canes. Green and red. Perfect colours. Except the green one isn't even moving. And here is our last Balloonicle of this parade. Jelt the Snowman. Leading way for the elf family. Kit, Charlie and CJ. Because guess who's finally come here? Yes, it's me and Santa on the Santa Claus float, being held up with a giant reindeer. Right, I'd better get off. Thank you very much, Santa. And see you later, guys. I'm going to be off with my friends. Woohoo! And our last balloons are the red stars, which are always in the parade. The end.